In what ways does your media products use, develop, or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? Throughout the making of our media products, the trailer, film poster, and magazine cover, we as a group either used, developed, or challenged their codes and conventions. Firstly, for our film trailer, we looked at various codes and conventions that made up a thriller film and also a film trailer. We discovered that film trailers usually consist of a preview of the film plot, a soundtrack, actors and directors' names, locations, intertitles, a voiceover, name of the film, a release date, and lastly, critics' reviews. As for a thriller film, we established that their codes and conventions consisted of suspense, tension, and enigma throughout the whole of the film. Thrillers also tend to be very fluid, and audiences should expect the unexpected. One main theme is that there is a visceral and emotional response throughout the film. We looked at various thriller trailers such as Seven and Shutter Island, two very well-known films. Both of these trailers include the codes and conventions which did in fact inspire us to use, develop and challenge the attributes, forms and conventions of thriller trailers. As for our film trailer, we used the general codes and conventions in order to create an ideal trailer. For instance, we took on various attributes such as camera angles and shot types. We filmed close-ups of characters' body language and facial expressions in order to build up suspense for the viewers. For example, through the use of props of the photograph, we filmed both of our female characters from a close-up and over-the-shoulder angles to show the emotion of the characters, therefore creating confusion and mystery for the audience. Using tracking shots and long shots allowed us to show our characters to the audience. For example, the actor Love played one of the mothers who is following Brittany, another mother, with her son. This gave the audience a clear establishment of the plot and each character and their role. Overall, this allowed us to create confusion and an intellectual puzzle as the audience would not understand the clear plot. We also used sound and soundtracks, which is an attribute of trailers. Looking at the thriller trailer of the film Prisoners, we both have family-orientated plots. We were inspired to use two different soundtracks to match the scenes in the trailer. Similar to The Prisoners, we decided to find a mellow, happy tone soundtrack played over the beginning scenes of our trailer. We wanted to create family scenes and create an idea of content and happiness for the audience. However, later on, as the trailer became more dramatic, we added very powerful, fast-paced and upbeat music in order to create suspense. This contrast in music adds to the convention of a plot twist and creates enigma and tension for the audience. Throughout our trailer, we included intertitles, which is a common convention in trailers. We chose a specific typography for the intertitles in order to create consistency for the viewers, but also, like any other trailer, we placed the title of the film and release date towards the end of the trailer to create suspense and hype for the audience. Also, taking on the common theme of having slow to fast-paced editing we used in our trailer. For example, we had slow-paced family scenes to portray a narrative. However, these slow-paced cuts turned into fast-paced cuts of a montage of dramatic scenes taken from the film. We used this in our trailer in order to create a hype for the potential audiences and to portray a dramatical tone when the viewers are watching the trailer. One way in which we did develop the common codes and conventions of trailers is that we chose to change the order of our production company. For example, commonly production companies of films are shown at the beginning of trailers before the scenes start. However, we decided that our solo production company looked best shown once the scenes of the trailer had begun. Although when challenging the common attributes of a trailer, we found that our plot did go against many stereotypes. For example, as our protagonist is a female and is portrayed as a leader and someone in control, meaning that she has dominance over some of the characters, as shown in the montage of the trailer. This subverts the stereotype, especially as the dad in our trailer is seen as the victim for example in the scenes of him crying in the car. This therefore may attract a different target audience as it has challenged the norms of codes and conventions and stereotypes. As for our magazine cover, these are general codes and conventions that magazines usually consist of. For instance, it would include a masthead, an image, buzzwords, an anchoring text, a banner, a barcode, a date, and a title. Within our initial decisions of when deciding our magazine cover, we set out to create the Empire Film magazine. However, we decided to change it and have the design of the Little White Lies magazine. We found that this magazine fit with our abstract theme of our trailer. Our magazine cover is very different and diverse compared to others, such as Empire. We took on the Little White Lies codes and conventions which do not have the common traits of a magazine cover. Therefore, we only took on common traits of magazines by having an image of the characters. The image we used was very significant as we placed one boy in between the two mothers, which not only matches our slogan, but also shows the boy and the son is the main focal point within our trailer. Although we did develop one of the conventions, this was the title, we attempted to follow the Little White Lies theme and added our film title in an abstract way in order to match the theme, but to also create confusion for the audience. We took on the challenge of not using an ordinary magazine cover, and by not having the common conventions, we could have caused a loss in the audience's attention. Film posters also have codes and conventions that consist of a film title, the director, the writer, the producer, the actors, a slogan, critic reviews, and an image. When creating our film poster, we did use all of the common conventions of film posters for our trailer. However, we did develop the image of the photo, which did have an impact on the viewers. For example, posters tend to show the protagonist in a clear shot. However, we purposefully placed 3 characters away from the camera in order to create enigma. We also developed on the lighting within the image. We positioned the one boy underneath the lamppost in order for the boy to be seen as the most important character. The light directly shines down on him, showing the audience who is the most important character in the film, whilst it creates mystery as we can't see either of the female characters clearly. To challenge the codes and conventions of film posters, we use a female-dominated cover and image. This goes against and subverts the stereotype of thrillers being male-dominated genre, as we have 2 female roles, which would therefore attract more female audiences, may create a hype for females, and maybe a younger generation. Overall, I feel as if our media product did use, develop and challenge all the codes and conventions of trailers, posters and magazines.